Chef Danny is waiting for you. This way. Qu'attendez-vous? Oh, they are ready. Des invités pour le dîner.
Yes, but what to prepare? Hein? Pour le repas idéal. Coco vin? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple.
What?
Mais oui, that's it! What are you doing? Que manigance-vous?
bientôt et bon appétit. Et Mino. Au revoir.
Okay, so we just got off the Ratatouille ride here at Walt Disney Studios, and that was adorable.
It was fun.
Yeah, really cute. The trackless ride is really neat.
It's very interesting. You have several other cars, and it feels like you're scurrying around like rats. It feels like, especially compared to the other cars, you are definitely running around kind of random. Different cars go different places even. So it was fun. It was cute.
They're building one of these in Epcot in Florida, so if you are able to go there and get a chance to ride it, you definitely should. It is a very cute and fun ride.
Hey, human dudes! It's the Crush Yes, man. You're about to enter the Big Blitz. It's awesome. First, a rundown of safe surfing techniques.
Excellent! Hi, dude! Ready up to the cool Estes fire! Totally! We're serving the East Australian current! Woo!
Jellyfish! Oh dear! Woo! Bruce! Woo! Oh dear! Yeah! This is not a kiddie ride! Okay, we just got off a Crush's coaster here at Walt Disney Studios, and that was intense.
That was not a Disney coaster. That was a coaster. That was intense. It was a roller coaster you'd find at Six Flags. I don't know, but that was crazy.
Yeah, that was totally nuts. I was expecting kind of more like a kiddie ride, you know, something like Goofy Sky School or Primeval World at Disney World, but that was completely intense and crazy.
I screamed like a girl at the first drop. I was pointed right at it, and it was a good drop.
Yeah, well, it didn't really help that we did probably 90% of the ride backwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, I loved it. I thought it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I would totally ride again, recommend it, but definitely to be not expecting something slow and
yeah, just expect not your typical easy Disney coaster, what Disney calls a coaster. No, what regular theme parks call a coaster.
Yeah, Crush's coaster was pretty awesome.
Yep.
We are here at home after our trip now. When going through the videos, we realized we had done ride cams of a lot of the rides, but we only talked about a couple of them after the fact there at the park. So we just wanted to give a little bit of our opinions and thoughts on some of the other rides that we didn't talk about while we were there.
Toy Story parachute drop. Yeah, I thought after seeing the video, it went a lot faster than the video, than it looks in the video. Video looks very slow and kiddie ride, but I think at one point we pan to one side and this tiny little girl is not enjoying it. So it went really fast. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
It was faster than we were expecting. I really thought that it was going to be just like the Jumpin' Jellyfish at California Adventure, which is just a really slow, gentle, you know, great for all ages kind of ride. The parachute drops were a little faster than that. It was still a really fun ride. We got to see a lot of the Toy Story Land and over into like the Paris section there at Walt Disney Studios. Yeah, definitely fun, but it felt faster than it looks on the video.
Yeah, definitely.
The Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland, just to kind of give a good view of Tomorrowland in that area of the park.
They're Discoveryland.
Discoveryland
there,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, in Disneyland Paris, it's called Discoveryland, and it's really cool theming, and it's beautiful. I think the Astro Orbiters are pretty much just like the ones in Disneyland, although I think the ones in Paris do go a little bit faster.
Fun little ride is nice. I mean, you can control how high you want to go, so if you don't really want to. Discoveryland does look good from the top. I loved the theming in that land because they are also not trying to keep up with putting out something that's futuristic. They've taken from other authors who already had an idea of the future, and it looked really good. The color scheme was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the only thing about that ride I would suggest, as an adult, get your own rocket. It was rather challenging getting the two of us in and out of the one rocket.
It was a little cramped, a little bit, yeah.
Johnny on Joe. Yo ho, yo ho, above us like the league. Tu connais cette chanson, Gabriel? Chante avec nous si tu entends.
We also rode Pirates of the Caribbean there in Disneyland Paris, which was really cool. I enjoyed it. There were a lot of similarities to the original in Disneyland, a lot of differences as well. It didn't feel as long to me as the one in Disneyland, but I think they made better use of the additions from the movies. I think they're
Definitely.
You know, the adding of Jack Sparrow kind of here and there, and they have a really great Barbossa, and I feel like what they've added from the movies is more appropriate for the overall story of the ride. I think the original is still my favorite, but I definitely like the one in Paris better than the one in Orlando.
I loved their pirates. For me, it kind of just made more sense in an overall flow, because you enter into, you start with the outside as a Spanish fort. I mean, and it just flowed. You went through the line into the Spanish fort and got on your boat, and you were sailing around, seeing people come in trying to attack it. Then you went down into town, and then you were in the caves, and then it was done. So it just kind of flowed, had a better flow to me, for me. So it was still, I really liked it. One of my favorite pirates, because it still had a lot of the quintessential things that make it a pirate's ride. You've still got a couple of little drops here, but nothing big. And it was a lot of fun.
Oh, and we did eat at the restaurant that's inside the ride. It's called Captain Jack's, and the atmosphere is very cool. I think I liked the atmosphere at Captain Jack's better than the atmosphere at Blue Bayou. It's a little bit different, a little more interesting. Mm-hmm. The food was okay. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't anything to write home about. The service, it took a really long time for anybody to come over and introduce themselves, ask what we want to drink, anything like that. The service was definitely not what I don't even want to say, like, not what you'd expect in a Disney restaurant, but it wasn't great.
So once we did meet our server, it was about like usual. It felt like it took forever for him to actually make us, to come over and introduce himself. Mm-hmm. I really like the atmosphere there. It also felt a lot less crowded than the Blue Bayou usually does. There was more space between the tables, which they don't usually do at a Disney park. Mm-hmm. And we were fortunate enough to sit right by the water, so it was really neat, sitting and watching the boats go by and waving at people and hearing their commentary about, look at the restaurant and how beautiful, and it was really neat. It was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.